What's going on, y'all? Catfish. It's a little late because, look, bitch, I was out the house for like the first 20 minutes. Some shit came up, so I had to go make a run. And therefore, I had to catch the repeat. Caught the repeat, and bitch, I could have just went on ahead and watched this whole thing from where I came in at because I didn't miss shit. It was boring as fuck. And look, let's not get this wrong. Catfish is about people being dumb enough to think that somebody that they're talking to is real and they turn out to be fake. That's why we turn into Catfish. We tune into Catfish so that we can see the fuckery that goes on. We want to see because it's funny. Because we're all thinking like, how can you be so dumb to give yourself to allow yourself these emotions for somebody that you never met and probably never planned on meeting or anything like that, and be suckered into all this stuff. So we want to see that fallout where it turns out to be not who it's supposed to be, not when it turns out to be who it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? This one, excuse me, I see from right from the beginning that I just knew that it was going to turn out to be who it was. It was just too many because as the episode was progressing, they were coming up with a whole bunch of things. They were just stretching. It was reaching. That's what it was doing. It was reaching to make it seem as if the guy wasn't who it's supposed to be. But we don't, and even if it was cookie cutter bullshit. Like even last season, I think it was Derek and that girl, the white girl, who they went later wound up getting engaged on the after show or whatever, the reunion or whatever. Even their little drama, their episode was so much better than this. Even though they found out that he was real or whatever, and then they continued on the relationship. Their episode was better than this. This was just plain stupid, plain dumb. It seemed like she was kind of using them to get a trip down to Florida because at one point she was like, I would never go by myself, but now I have an army or protection around me. Like, what? So, this girl, Antoinette, she's in Florida. No, she's in Texas. She was one of those Instagram chicks. She got over, I guess she said put both of them together. Her and the dude that she's talking to, his name is T Light. That's his rapper name. Everybody's a fucking rapper. And put them together. They got over 44,000 followers on Instagram. Okay, that's fine and well. So she's one of those selfie chicks. And what Neve really wanted to say on the when they was on the plane trying to look into her background and get on the way to her, he really wanted to say, oh, she one of them selfie hoes. That's what he wanted to say, but he said selfie chicks. But okay. So basically, the typical shit. I post a picture, you comment on my picture, I comment back, and then, hit me up on my kite, so no, on my kick or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, so that nobody can see my number and we can, exchange number and we can talk and we can do all this. And, her main issue was they've been talking for 2 years and no FaceTiming, no nothing of that sort, no pictures other than what be on Instagram. Every time she want to FaceTime or do something like that or Skype or whatever, there's a bad connection. Um, feel like I got a boogie in my nose. I'm sorry. Y'all know that feeling. And it don't really be nothing. I'm sorry. But anyway, look. So that's basically how it is. He's too busy in the studio to FaceTime. Okay, that would have kind of rubbed me a little wrong. Like, damn, you can't take a few seconds or whatever. The connection is bad. Oh, we rehearsing. Oh, we got this show. I can't do this and yada 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 yada. So, with that being said, it's like, okay, what's going on? I can see maybe that happening, but go back to the situation. This had the potential in the very, very beginning to be like the Bow Wow situation from last season, but the white version. But then it quickly fell apart, and we realized that no, this is not it. The girl, she works at Redneck Heaven. Mind you, her best friend works there too, and it's almost like a country ass Hooters, but it's called Redneck Heaven. You know what I'm saying? And her best friend, did anybody else find it awkward that the best friend was a black girl working at a place called Red Deck Heaven? Okay, we're not gonna get too deep into that book. Let that marinate, process the thoughts that I had. I'm pretty sure you probably having them a little bit too, or at least some of y'all. But yeah, they talking about the whole thing. See, it ain't even nothing exciting to get. I just feel like this was a dry ass. This is gonna be a dry ass review, because I can give it to you straight. She don't know if he really the rapper or who it is because they never FaceTime. It's been going on 2 years or whatever. She been getting a couple of red flags in her book, so they go look him up. They find the number. First of all, he look like DJ Qualls. Now, if y'all don't know who DJ Qualls is, he's an actor, and he was on Hustle and Flow, Road Trip. The new guy, the little skinny white boy. Yeah, he looked just like him, but just with a little bit. I mean, when I say a little, just a little bit more meat on himself. That's it. That's who he remind me of for some reason. But they look into all his stuff, look at the number. The number is registered under somebody named Carmen. Carmen's between 50 to 59. Also, they do it. Look up in the yellow pages or whatever, and kind of find out they got the people that's associated with Carmen. This guy named Joseph Essay, and kind of find out T Lights. His real name is Albert something. So basically, Joseph. What they gathered is Joseph and Albert, because they found some pictures, are brothers, and Carmen is their mother. And they like, why is the phone registered in the mama's name? Okay. Then they come to the conclusion, Joseph is married. I think he got kids. So they're like, maybe Joseph is the one that's actually doing all this stuff. They call Albert's manager. First of all, they call the number for Joseph. Joseph don't answer, but he has a voicemail. And his voicemail, he sounds just like old boy, because they played a message from Albert before, and they sound very similar. So then they call Albert's manager. His number was listed under Albert's band, because he's in his band. And the manager is like, yeah, I know Albert, but I can't give out his information. I can't get out my client's information. I can tell you. They was like, well, if we tell you a number, can you tell me if it's his or not? So they read the number off. Dude said no. And, they give this information and all these theories, conspiracy theories to old girl. And she just looking so dumb and everything. And they talking to the dad. This is what got me. All of a sudden, they was in the hotel and they was like, before they revealed the information and all that shit, we totally forgot and kind of skipped over what she do on Instagram. Some of the provocative pictures or whatever with the booty out and the booty shorts and that, they all up her ass or whatever. So they just sitting there watching this video of her on Instagram, and she's just trying to twerk whatever ass she thought she had, and they like, whoa, inside they're like, oh, this is nice. But, they trying to keep it PC and, correct on TV and be like, this is not, you don't need to do this and all this stuff. So when they see the dad is basically telling her that shit too. He don't like the fact that she was putting all this stuff out there on her social networks because it can come back and haunt her. People can look this shit up when they trying to get you a job, you trying to get into this position, and then all of a sudden the past come back and it hinder you from getting far in life. That shit happens. So let me just tell y'all this. If you are not in a field or you're looking for something and you do have these social media networks, if you're going to be doing the shit that you're doing on one of them, make that your personal account, and then, you know, have a separate account that's just for business or whatever. That's what I would suggest. And don't make them so similar that people can actually find you, because people do get fired when they in certain jobs or whatever. They find your Instagram or your Twitter and see the shit that you talking about or whatever. You can get fired or put on probation and shit like that. I mean, it's your personal shit, but you can't. That shit does happen. So be careful with that. And she was like, that's the clean one. And it was like, even you shaking your ass and all that shit. Shaking your butt cheeks. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, the daddy really wasn't having it. So anyway, they goes down to Florida. We're going to fast forward. They tell her all the stuff. She was like, oh, that's going to be creepy if you find out that it's the brother. And then, that's going to be fucked up because he got a wife. And, she's not the type of person that'll do that shit. Mind you, she's 21 and old boy's supposed to be 22. Okay. They're kids. They go down to Florida, find out who it is. They're playing at this gig or whatever. They go to the club. They sit back. They watch. Dude comes out on stage, and he's doing his version of rapping, I guess. When it's over with, they go outside. Need find him. Goes over there to the boys and start talking to him. Next thing you know, he comes over and was like, "Yeah, we know who Antoinette is," and yada yada yada. They meet, kind of find out he is who he say he is. They're talking. They go to the studio the next day, and after that, he's right, singing a little song to her and all that shit. And the conversations that they was having, I know they was nervous meeting each other for the first time after just texting and all that shit for 3 years. I mean 2 years. But I think you would be a little more enthused, and it's almost as if they ain't had shit to talk about because they was just talking about you meeting people in person, but you talking about your Instagram, you talking about your Twitter, and all this shit. Come on, this is what y'all relationship was based off of. I don't get it, but okay. And she had to go back. Good thing that she said that she wasn't gonna say, um, call him a boyfriend or whatever because they have to meet each other a few more times to see if that connection is going to be real or whatever. Because the 1 month later, you know, that's what she was saying. They was going to give it some time, give him some, to see where it goes or whatever. She not going to go ahead and claim him like that's my boyfriend or whatever. We're not going to say we're in love because we're not. Same thing with him. They've been in the studio a lot of times or whatever. And so, kind of find out basically after they do the little update, within that update, they kind of broke it off. They decided not to pursue a romantic relationship, I guess. She done found her a new boo, but they still cool with each other. And I'm sitting here like, so you found you somebody else after all this shit. You found you somebody else that was already there. So and she wasn't even an ugly girl. And I understand that she didn't want to be with nobody that was in her town because she knew just about everybody. And these the people that she already grew up. She wanted to see somebody else that was outside of her town. But still, you still wind up being with somebody close to you either way. This was a waste of bullshit time. It was. It was. I think she just did this just to get on TV, for him to get some exposure for his band, and for her to get a trip down to Florida for free. That's what I feel like. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. The episode wasn't all that. And I'll see y'all later.